Hey Vaquero kids, so today we're going to be talking about whole numbers and decimals and how they're represented using a graph. So some of our graphs are cut into 10 and some are cut into 100, and we're going to go over both of those. And so here you can see that I have a whole, and what I'm talking about here is, for example, like when you're talking about money, if these blocks represented money, this would represent one whole, and I have my decimal because the other one is cut into pieces. This one here is cut into 10. And if we were talking about money, $1 divided by 10 would be a dime. So here we would have 2 dimes, which we could represent this way. If I'm looking at it just as a decimal, I could just use 1.2, and that would represent this graph. Now, when we're looking at a graph like this, we don't actually have a whole, or maybe we do. I'm not sure yet. Okay, so in this one here, this is cut into 10, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. Now this one, even though it's cut into little tiny cubes, this whole is actually cut into 100 little cubes. But we can also count them as tens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are 4 sets of 10, which is represented this way. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. That is actually a 100th. That is 100th of this entire whole. If I have 4 of them, I would put it here in the 100th place. If I take the 2, I can now add both of them. Here I would have 4, 6 and 4. I carry my 1. So when I bring that down, I have to remember to add my decimal here. So this here is actually representing 1 whole and 4 hundredths. If this was money, it would be $1.04. These little cubes here could represent a penny, which is 1/100th of a dollar. Now I'm going to give you one more example. Here we're looking at 3 wholes that are cut into 100. So each of these cubes is representing 1/100th. Now I have 1 whole, 2 wholes. 1 plus 1 plus what is being represented in this last one. We can see that it is not a whole. Now we saw in the previous example that each one of these sections is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is represented by 0.7 because that is 7/10. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 hundredths. Now, if we add this to our 2 wholes, I'm going to write it this way so that you guys can see what I'm doing. This is 1 whole, 2 wholes, and our 0.74 or our 74 hundredths added together. Remember to bring down that decimal, and we have our 2 wholes. If you have any questions on today's assignment, please message me in the comments.